Hi guys, Tugu here with a new video, and this video is the start of a series. I want to call it a zero to hero, but it's not really a zero to hero. It's a beginner's guide to PvP for Dragonflight in general, retail, whatever expansion is going to come forward. And we are going to do the test with the spec, which is Survival Hunter. We did a poll about Hunter, and I know from experience, from comments and other videos, people just ask me to play Survival Hunter, and they are very thrilled by it. So I think it's also a very good opportunity for me to play Survival Hunter. I never really mained one, never really altered one. Whenever I played Hunter, it was for MM or for BM. So this character will be solely focused around Survivor Hunter, and I will show you step by step how I will be gearing myself, how I will be improving myself at Survivor Hunter, how I'm going to try to reach higher ratings with a Survivor Hunter, and just in general go step by step on how you can improve in PvP. I think it's an interesting thing. So again, hopefully I don't have to do the intro every single time, but this is the intro for this series where I will be doing everything showed to you guys on how you can improve at PvP, how you can gear up in PvP, how you can just reach your goals in PvP. So we did choose Orc because I don't have any hordes characters currently. I only have Alliance. I feel like why not make just a Hunter character, which is a Horde, which is basically my Hunter now. And you see it got boosted because of the War Within. We only have one quest, which is the Call of the Dream, which is all nice. We have a pet, which is a boar, unfortunately, so we will have to try to get a raptor for the MS effect, which is very important. A few things to keep in mind. I've put every single spell outside of my bars because I think it's a very important thing. Again, if you want to have the same layout, clean layout, I would say, for PvP, I will for sure make a video about it in the future. But right now I feel like I want to explain how I do step by step. If I was like a fresh level 70, I do not know anything about the spec or the class, and what do I do to get better, right? So again, I have some knowledge because of BM Hunter and other like iteration of specs that we did play in previous expansions. You want to have an MS effect, so Raptor is the one you want, and you also want a second pet, which is basically the more survival pet that you can have, which gives you a wall. But I do like to have a cunning pet to get my the ability, which is Master's Call, which is always going to be a very interesting thing to have. Now, what I do first and foremost is I look at my talents. Those are the talents that I got from the start. I have no builds, you see, no PvP talents, nothing. I will activate War Mode because I am a PvPer. I do want to have War Mode on. So I'm going to analyze everything. First and foremost, I want to reset every single talent, and I want to start with the class tree because I feel like class tree will give me the most utility, which is in fine the things that are actually going to be very noticeable and very needed going forward. So what I want to do is read every single spell. Now I know most of the spells and talents that we have because nothing changed since Dragonflight Season 1 with my BM Hunter. But I know that Kill Shot is a very important spell for Survival Hunter. I know that Improved Kill Shot is also very important because if it crits, it does more damage. I also know that Post Haste is always going to be needed for a free movement impairing effect, a removal from Disengage. You want 2 points here. We have Concussive Shot, which is something that you can go for, although you still have Wing Clip. But it is a ranged slow. Now, do you want to have a ranged slow, or do you want to have a melee slow, which is spammable? For now, I'm not going to spend a point there, but I think it's an opportunity to see maybe depending on matchups where you do want to have a range slow to be able to catch up, for example. Muzzle is for sure needed because you need an interrupt. We have Survival of the Fittest. We have Third Trap, also very important. Resurrection is also an important spell, but I think it's a high skillful spell to use. so you have to see what you can do for that. I do feel like wilderness medicine was something that was needed for my BM hunter to get my pets to not die, so I will go for that, like at least 1 point to it. I like to have a nature's endurance, basically giving me a better wall. This is only 20%. I want to actually have 40%, so I'll go for nature's endurance, but it will be a longer CD, unfortunately. We will go for scatter shot because it's a very important spell to actually be able to survive a lot of stuff, and just is a good stop for a lot of classes that you're facing. I will go for camouflage. Always nice to have the stealthy part of hunters, especially in BGs and arenas. It can be very fun to have, of course. We will go for Roar of Sacrifice. This is pretty much a brain dead thing to take. It was a PvP talent before, now it is not, so just go for that. And I will go for Tranquilizing Shot. No, Entrapment, excuse me, because we do want to have a root on our Tar Trap, but Tranquilizing Shot is also a must-have on most fights that you will have in the future. Especially also the regen on focus. I think it's also very important for survival hunter. Again, I'm just like talking out loud what I actually thinking right now. So again, I might be wrong, but right now I try to at least think and go for a build that I want to go for the first few days that I will be playing Survival Hunter. So intimidation, which is basically a stun needed on a few BG maps. You can play high explosive trap to actually just push people away, which is always going to be very fun. We have a lot of defensives here. We have still 6 points to spend. Either you go for Rejuvenating Winds, which is basically giving you more HP, which I'm going to go for. 8% maximum health is always welcome. And the second part is also interesting, which is the extra heal that you get from exhilarating. Let me see. We have Binding Shackles. So this is going to reduce damage, so it's always going to be very noticeable as well, especially since you're going to scatter shot pretty much on demand. And we unfortunately don't have intimidation. You have intimidation inside of it. So I might put 1 point to have easy access to Beastmaster, because maybe we want to go for Alpha Predator. I don't think Killer Instinct is good on Survival Hunter. And Pathfinding is also quite nice to have movement speed increase, which is again something that you need as a Survival Hunter. We have also here improved traps. Again, maybe something that you would like to go for. Reminder that you still have a DR to work with. So Freezing Trap is good to do it whenever you can, but don't forget about the DRs. So again, maybe it's easier to not have it on DR, so you can actually to not have a lower CD, so you can always never DR yourself. But that's me again talking with an open mind. Born to be Wild is also very strong. Again, reduce CDs on Aspect of the Cheetah, Eagle, Survival of the Fittest, and also Aspect of the Turtle. So that will be also very helpful for the CDR on a lot of stuff. So I'm going to go for Born to be Wild. I think it's an interesting thing. There is a world where you can play Sentinel Owl, but for now I'm not going to play around that. I'm going to put Pathfinding 2 points inside of that, and then Binding Shackle. Maybe not, actually. I want Keen Eyesight because I'm going to be frank, I want to be able to do a lot of damage. I feel like Explosive Shot is something that will give me most amount of damage possible. It's a shame that Barrage is not even able to be used, although I would not use that anyways. But you need a ranged weapon, so I feel like the class tree should be reworked to a way where Survival Hunter can play every single talent. But yeah, that's unfortunate. You can play with Serrated Shots, which basically gives you more bleed damage and more serpent sting damage. I don't know if I want to go for that, but I think Steel Trap as a whole is a high value ability to have, so I might go for that just to have a extra root in my kit. Death Chakrams, I think it's a pretty good option in general. Maybe I'm going to go for Serpent Sting with poison injection for more damage, or I can just play like multi-dotting multiple people with Serpent Sting. So I'll go for poison injection, I think, for the extra damage. And then we have like 1 point to spare, which you can spend somewhere of your choosing. So there are like two builds where you can play like this, right? But I think for now I'm going to play like this because I want to do more damage. I'm going to spam BGs because again I want to have more honor, and right now we don't have any honor. So I'm going to put 1 point into natural mending to get like CDR on exit relating every time you're going to spend focus, but you can also spend that point in improved traps or tranquilizing shot if you want to dispel. Again, you have multiple things to go for if you want to go for specific abilities. You can also just remove path fighting and go for something else, right? But for now, I'm going to play like that. So that will be my build. I don't have a range slow. That's decided. I don't really need it, in my opinion. But I would be surprised again if I do need it. I can always change with any points I've spent. Let's see survival tree, right? So again, step by step. I know it's a very long video, and I know that it can be very boring for a lot of people, but that's my reasoning in everything I'm doing, right? So that's why you see a lot of guides of me, a lot of builds from multiple classes, so I can actually explain how I came up with these builds. So Raptor Strike, you have to take it, so you'll take it. Tip of the Spear, I think it's an interesting talent, but you will have to take it because you want Harpoon, so you'll go for Harpoon. I just wish Harpoon was higher and Tip of the Spear lower, so you have a choice to go for that or not. Because I feel like once you go for Mongoose Bite, you don't really have a lot of opportunities to kill command, pretty much to stack up Raptors like Mongoose Bite, pretty much. We will go for Wildfire Bombs. That's always going to be a interesting pick. We have Ferocity here. Do you want to have more damage on your pets? I don't know. I don't feel like you're doing a lot of damage with your pets anyways. I'm going for Bloodseeker, I guess. I will be going for Aspect of the Eagle, and I will either go for Terms of Engagement, which is a fun talent to use. It will generate also 20 focus. But you can maybe, I think it's better to go for Flanker's Advantage right now to get a reset whenever you're doing a kill command. Again, kill command is not something you're going to spam. Focus is way better in Dragonflight than in Shadowlands from my understanding, from what I've seen online. So I'm going to go for Flanker's Advantage. And right now you have multiple choices. I think Mongoose Bite is something that you're going to take regardless. Flanking Strike is something very strong, again, generates focus. It also does a lot of damage. You see 49k, while for example Mongoose Bite 1 is also 30k, and if you spam it you get increased damage on Mongoose Bite, but it will never really reach, or it can reach, but the amount of damage that Flanking Strike can do, so in my opinion. So I'm going to put Flanking Strike for sure. Then I'm going to look at the middle tree. This is AoE. Now, do you want AoE on your build, or is it enough? I feel like Wildfire Bomb with the Serpent Stings, with whatever you can actually do, is enough AoE. And I do feel like the damage is not noticeable enough to actually play around that. 20k while Mongoose Bite is 30k. You will never spam it in single target opportunities, and it will only be able to be a AoE spell. So for now I'm not going to pick it. Lunge is a very strong talent. You have it for outlaw rogues, for rogues in general. You have a lot of like specs that has increased range and increased melee range. And I think Lunge is one of them that is very, very strong in general. Ultra attacks with a two-handed weapon reduces the cooldown of Wildfire Bombs. I wish you could actually do dual wield as a survival hunter, but that is not the case right now. Guerrilla Tactics, you want to have 2 charges of Wildfire Bombs, also more damage, which is 50% for just one talent, so I think it's a high value talent. You have Intense Focus, which generates 6 additional focus on kill command. Can I? Okay, Let's see kill command really quickly, how much focus it does regen. It regens 21. The 6 is already inside of it because of the previous build. It was 15. Now, do I want to have it or not? For now, I'm going to keep it off. I do want to see the other talents right now. We have Spear Focus, which is 10% more damage for 2 points, which is very low, and each stack of Mungoose Fury increases the chance for kill command to reset. Now, we're not really doing a kill command build right now, so for now, I'm not going for Bloody Claws, and I feel like 10% for 2 talents is really low. Here you have 2 points for 20% more damage on Flanking Strike, but also 8% more damage on Wildfire Bomb, so that is going to be a high value talent. Here you have Sweeping Spear, which is also a 10% more increased damage on Mungoose Bite, only for 10% for 2 points. So you have like 4 points that is going to increase 20%. I wish it was actually mashed up together, but that is one of the inconsistencies of Survival Hunter 3 in general. I think a lot of people actually talk about it. But right now I'm going to put maybe more points into Wildfire Bombs. So 25% for 2 points, which is way more than 2 points for 10% for 2 points for Mungoose Bite right now. Viper's Venom, to have a chance, whenever you're doing Mongoose Bite, to actually apply Serpent Sting. It's good, but we have Serpent Sting. So you do, again, if you play without Serpent Sting, it could be adding more damage to you. But I feel like right now I have the choices to make right now, and depends on where do I want to put my points next. We do want to be with Coordinated Assault. I feel like 4% increased critical damage is not that good. I do feel like 10% more damage Mungoose Bite is better, so I'm going for Sweeping Spear. And now the decision is, do I want to go on the left side to get Fury of the Eagle, which is going to be interesting for the foresight. For now, I'm not going for that because we don't have the foresight first and foremost, and also I feel like the middle tree and the right tree is probably better right now. I do want Wildfire Infusion. I do like that talent, but I have to spend 2 points here and then 1 point here, and I don't know if I have enough points to spend. So I'm going to put 4 first and foremost on Spear Focus. I might change it if I see I have like 1 point extra to spend. I would like to go for Wildfire Infusion. So let's go for Spear Focus. Now it's very easy. You want to have the greatest talent out there. Coordinated Assault is very strong, gives you a bleed. I think. Yes, it gives you a bleed whenever you're doing kill shot, whenever you're using it, but also increases the initial damage by 20% of Wildfire Bomb. So it will always going to be very interesting to be able to do damage with it, but also you have Coordinated Kill, so while it is active, your cooldown of Wildfire Bomb is reduced, but also generates full 5 focus when thrown. Kill shot cooldown is reduced by 50%, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 50%, and also can be used against any target regardless of their current health. So that is going to be a brain, like, not brain dead, but it's a no-brainer, excuse me. To take it. So for now, I'm going to take it this. It's a good talent. We have Ranger, which effectively for for 2 points is going to increase your kill shot, your Serpent Sting, your explosive shot by 40%. We're not counting arcane shot because it is a ranged ability. We don't have a bow, and steady shot also we're not counting because we don't have a bow. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you a opportunity to play like a bow spec. They do have it for some reason, like a possibility to have interesting damage with it, but it is just not great because you are losing a lot of your kit, unfortunately. So 40%, interesting. Here you have Explosive Expert going to reduce your Wildfire Bomb by 2 seconds. Do I want it? I feel like I'm not going to want to only have 2 seconds shaved off for 2 points. I feel like it's too much. So I'm going to put my 2 points into Killer Companion because I do want Spearhead. I think Spearhead is very strong. Here you have like a 2 point node. Let me see, is it interesting? I think it's interesting to have because it's a gap closer. But while it is active, a Raptor Strike increases damage of your next kill command by 40% if you put 2 points, and the reset chance of your next kill command by 12%, stacking up 3 times. Kill command cooldown resets extends the duration of Spearhead. So that could be a very fun talent to play if you're playing like a kill command build. For now, I'm not really playing a kill command build, so I'm not going to take it. Here, Killshot strikes up to 3 additional targets while Coordinated Assault is active. That's actually very cool. If you're like playing a build revolving around AoE and cleave, if you're playing versus a cleave comp. We only have 2 points left, so again, there is not much you can take that has high impact. I do feel like I wish I could play with this though, but I might test this build in the future. But I'm going to play with Birds of Prey. Bombardier is cool, but I'm playing I will be playing BG, so I feel like AoE damage is going to be still important. We only have 1 point left, so again, you can play for something maybe flavorful. For example, why not play around increase additional focus? So that would be my build. So I'm going to apply changes. And then I'm going to look at the PvP talents. Basically, we want things that are going to help me either survive or do damage or both. I do like Diamond Eyes, again, especially in BGs where you can like trap and get like a quick gap. So I might play with Diamond Eyes. Cameral Sting is going to be some good damage, but also some great utility with a silence, with a movement speed reduction, and also a healing reduction and damage reduction. So I'm going to pick with Cameral Sting right now. There is Survival Tactics, which effectively gives you a damage reduction on Feign Death. Feign Death is not really as much of a value thing right now because of the issues that it has with not dispelling anymore, unfortunately. But I could play with something very fun, to be honest. Let's play with maybe... I could play with Mending Bandage, but why not? Sticky Tar Bomb is also fun. I could disarm. Aspect of Cheetah could be nice as well. So for now, I'm going to be with Mending Bandage. And I'm going to play with Survival Tactics. For now. In arenas, I would be playing maybe Diamond Eyes. Or depending if you're playing versus like bleeds or not, like poisons, you could play with something else. So that would be my build. And now, keybind wise, how do you start? Keybinds, you want to have great keybinds and great presses and easy presses. Especially if you're playing like Survival Hunter, you want to have easy access towards your abilities. So, let's talk about the things that are very important. I think Aspect of the Cheetah is going to be important because of a movement speed increase. But it's 2.4 minute CD, so you have to play around it. Turtle, I like to put Turtle on V, which is my defensive press. I like it. Disengage, I like to have it on Shift R from my Wrath of the Lich King experience. Explosive Shot, very important ability, to be honest. It does a lot of damage. I might put it for now on 5 because I don't know. Feign Death, I'm going to put it on CTRL F. My call pets, I'm going to put it there. Camouflage, I'm going to put it on my mouse for 4. Death Chakrams. Shift 3 or Shift B, I don't know. For now, Shift 3. Exhilarating, it's going to be my heal, so CTRL A. Aspect of Cheetah, I'm going to put it on B for now. Eagle Eye, I'm going to put it there. Eye of the Beast, there. Arcane Shot, there, not usable. Flare, I'm going to put it on CTRL R, I think. Yes. Freezing Trap on T. Hunter's Mark on shift 1, which is now applying a 5% buff, damage buff on targets above 80%, so you want to have it on at all times. Intimidation, which is my stun on F. Kill command on 3. I think it's going to be something I will be pressing for focus pretty often. My kill shot, which is going to be my E. It's my execute, like on arms. Master Skull, which is my anti-root, is going to be on shift V. My muzzle is going to be on X, which is the pommel. Roar of Sacrifice, shift C. Scatter Shot, I'm going to put it on G. Serpent Sting, I don't know yet, so I'm going to put it on shift B. My healing ability for the pets is going to be on shift F. Survival of the Fittest, which is my defense, is going to be on Ctrl E. Tart Trap is going to be on shift G. My wing clip on C. My R is for trinket for sure. So you see where I put my abilities, and the reasoning behind it is I want to have easy access on things that I'm going to press often, and less easy access on things that I'm not going to press that often. Again, defensives, you want to have easy access because you want to press it whenever you can, whenever you need. On the survival tree, we have Aspect of the Eagle, which I'm going to probably make a macro for it, but I'm going to put on Ctrl V. Cameral Sting, for now, I don't know. I'm going to put it on outside of the box. Shift A for my offensive pressure. Wildfire Bomb on 4. Flanking Strike on 2. Mongoose Bite on 1. Harpoon on A. Mending Bandage on Ctrl C for now. And my last one, which is Spearhead on shift E. Now let's see if everything is correct in my eyes. Again, I will put my Blood Fury not on the bars. I'm going to put it outside of it because I'm going to macro it with Coordinate Assault, I think. Yeah. So those are my keybinds. I did think a lot about what I was going to do. Overall, this is really me documenting how you can improve in PvP. We have also the gear that we already have. What I try to look is always, look, if I'm new at a spec or a class, I read the mastery first. So mastery improves your damage on the focus spending abilities, which is, for example, Wildfire Bomb is not going to get increased by mastery, but my Mongoose Bite will be increased, my Flanking Strike is going to be increased. No, excuse me, it doesn't get increased, unfortunately, I think. Wait. It doesn't get increased because it's a generator. My Explosive Shot does get increased, my Kill Shot does get increased, but you see, again, a lot of your abilities don't get increased. Then you have Haste, which is also an important ability to start to have, and Crit, which is often not the thing that is going to get focused by you as a stat. We don't have Verse, so we don't have a Trinket as well. So it's going to be a struggle, but we're going to grind some BGs, and that is the next step. We want to have as much honor as possible, and by the second episode, you will see me probably with a lot more honor, and we'll try to get a full honor gear set for the beginning of the season, so we can actually grind a lot of rating whenever you can and whenever we need. Again, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. This is me again trying to help most people to get back to PvP, or that are new to PvP, or that are learning a spec, and I want to go step by step on how you can improve your skill into a specific spec. Again, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.